Oh my goodness, guys, the way God shows up for me through other people. Okay, so this is one of the ways God shows up for you, through other people. Like I told you, I have my brother Kevin here. I have my brother, I'm calling him my brother now, my brother Kerry. And I say now I have my brother Jason at the back, who's my business guru. So he's advising me on our business, So yesterday I had some time with him. And it is amazing how God will find out these ways to just show up, So Jason said, Nick, calculate this thing for me. And it came to exactly 31.1 something. I don't know what I was calculating. And guess what, guys? The 311, what does it mean? Be still and know that I am God. Okay, so God's saying, wink, wink, Nick, I'm here with you. Be still. And then as soon as a few minutes later, after that, we get somewhere else, the 311 showed up on the side on the curb somewhere. I say, CJ, the 311 again. Again, God saying, Nick, be still and know that I'm God. He's the controller of the whole universe, guys. That means I don't have to worry about nothing. No worry about nobody and nothing. Okay, fear nothing. So then we saw a sign. It was a billboard with the 411. I say, Jay, that's my 411. That's the number that God talks to me through. That He's going to help me with our business. I know Jay saying, must think this lady's crazy, right? So right after I dropped Jason off, and I'm saying I'm going to listen to a podcast, right? And instead of the podcast playing, the music started playing. And what was the song, the album that came up on the phone, on the thing, on the screen? What's the 411? Can you believe that's a Mary J. Blige album that started playing? And of all the names in the world, the name of the album was What is the 411? What's the 411? So here I am telling Jason like a crazy person that 411, Jay, that's my number, that God is helping me with our business here. And then right after that, for this album to come up, what is the 411? It was just God, guys, okay? Revealing another glimmer of His presence. So I want you guys here with me picking up on all of these glimmers of God's presence that's with us all over. So the be still is an important one also, that I'm to be on the high road with Him. You guys hear me? The highest road now, that everything is between us and God. It's not between us and anybody else. Do you guys understand? So whatever anybody does, that's between them and God. Whatever you do is between you and God. Like yesterday, I was at the food store, and I started talking to this guy, just this young guy, and I wanted to encourage him about God. And he said, we just have what I learned from Carrie lately. We just have to have this fear of God. Just live like Carrie explained it, like you have a child, and sometimes you just have to look at your child, and they know not to mess with you. He said, that's how we have to be with God. We could just look, and we know that what we're doing is not what God would have us to do. And I tell you guys all the time, with one glance at God, I know what it is that God Himself would have me to do. Like, crazy lady Nikki, go away. I need my girl to show up in this moment. And I promise you guys, you don't go wrong looking to God and being obedient to Him, man. The way He is so intimately involved in my life, anything that's a concern for me is a concern for God. I can't get over my daughter Ember, and how she's driving to work, and there's the one straight road. Nick, I don't want you to worry about your daughter in New York driving to work. I'm taking care of her. Same thing with my daughter Julie. I know that she's well taken care of. My sons are in Nigeria. I know they're well taken care of. We're having appointments with God every day. The business here that I'm trying to get on track, everything is coming together. That 411, God isn't disappointing me, guys. It's amazing. And I'm just blown away. My help comes from the Lord, baby. And I don't want you guys to miss out. Another thing that Jay and I discussed yesterday, he said, Nick, are you happy? And I say, Jay, honestly, if you pursue happiness, you will go down the wrong path. It's not always about our happiness. I said, what I want us to really go for is that joy. And this joy that I could wake up at 4:30 in the morning and go running in the dark, guys. With this joy, I'm on a mission from God to show up as this wife to this badass husband. You know, I have Kevin here, Carrie here, Jason here, but the hubby is in the front. He's leading the way. So that's why he doesn't have time to be worried about the wifey's emotional issues. I have to have these other people helping me while he's out doing his thing and being the king that he is, baby. I tell him, said, honey, this is your ride or die. Whatever we got to go through, we're going to go through. Which is another thing I discuss with Jay. I say, Jay, because I'm always trying to get him to get married and settle down. I said, the one advice that they give in the Bible about finding a wife, it says, find somebody you're ready to go to war with. And I say, that's me and my hubby. We go to a war together against the world. Don't play with us. You play with him, you play with me. You know, you'd have this wife after you too. So just these biblical principles and values and everything, and godly values and ways for our lives, guys, that we're going to go the extra mile in love and patience and kindness and loyalty. Nobody talks about loyalty anymore. You know, that ride or die, whatever we have to go through, honey, I'm with you. His wife is with you. Infinity%. In fact, that's all I ask him now. I said, how much does his wife love you? Infinity%. That whatever we have to go through, guys. There was a conversation that I had with my hubby that I have to tell you guys about. One time I just got mad at him, you know. Crazy lady showed up. He said, Nick, I'm going to stop talking to you. I'm going to stop defending myself to you. I want you to go and talk to God about me. Oh my gosh, that was the perfect thing he said, because God said, Nick, where are you going to find a husband like this? There ain't no other husband like this in the world. You got better than best husband, you know. So guys, I want us having constant conversations with God. And you know, on the internet, I'm like fussing people now because they're like breaking up relationships. I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, refer everybody to God. The same way my husband said, Nick, talk to God about me. That's what we have to do, guys. Go to God. He will tell us, okay, the people to have in our life, the people to have out of our life, people to give our energies to, the people not to give our energy, the people to give our love to, the people not, you know, like just everything about our lives, I want us involved in God. So I tell you guys how he helps me with being the best mom, the best wife, the best person. Like, I want to be this blogger everywhere telling you guys, like, don't miss out on this love from God. You know, like everything about our life, our businesses, everything. Our mental health, our physical health, everything about us, God is involved. So it's up to us to have this relationship with him, man, and wake up every day. I'm like a crazy person. Like, I stayed to tell the guy, like, please listen to these playlists from Carrie. I'm such a Carrie fanatic now, because his messages are really, really helping me to just keep my heart and my mind focused on God. And that's where I want everybody in the whole world with me. All day, every moment. God, this is what's going on here. What should we do? And that running I do every day to the God tree, and I pray with my hubby, just asking God to please give us his strength so we can be all that he's called us to be. Okay, guys, so bottom line here, I know I'm all over the place with my messages, is to tell you, don't play around with your relationship with God. Like, life is too hard, guys. It's too hard to do on our own. You know, so I don't care if you're Muslim, you're Christian, whatever, Buddha, whatever you are, you know, just get into a relationship with God. There's this Muslim preacher that comes on now. He said the Muslim, that prayer that they say 5 times a day, he said, take those seriously. So me, I wake up in the morning, I have my appointment with God. With the boys, I'm having appointments with God, 2 separate appointments with them. Then at night, I have my own appointment with God. So I'm taking my appointments with God seriously, guys. And I highly recommend it, okay? So don't play around with your relationship. Every day, wake up, say, God, what is it? So I love my Carrie messages, but for you, it could be anything, anywhere. You want to go wherever you feel connects you to God, okay? So don't miss out. The best life with God. And that's my Joshi Washi calling, my sweetie pie. Peace.